So what I thought I would do today is just take a slightly different route home. So instead of carrying on this cycle path down Leabridge Road, I'm going to turn left and make my way through to Walthamstow that way. So this sign says 427 people have used this cycle path today. It's not bad, I suppose. It's only 11 o'clock. So this should be quite a nice cycle path because it's a little bit quieter. The problem with the cycle path along Leabridge Road is that it gets quite busy. You get a lot of people walking in the cycle path. Lots of buses stopping along there, so people get off the bus and walk straight into the cycle path. So if it's a little bit quieter, it should be quite nice. I'm not sure about the winter because there aren't many lights along here, but at the moment we've still got plenty of light evenings to come until the end of October. So it could be quite a useful route. It's a beautiful day, but it's a little bit windy, so I'm not sure how the audio will sound. I've had a few problems with the audio lately. I'm not sure whether it's a problem with the camera, a problem with the microphone, or a problem with the SD card. So today I've changed all three. I'm using a different camera, a different microphone, and a different SD card, so we'll see what happens. So this path should take us along to Coppermill Lane. And it should be some kind of junction down here where I turn off right. If I turn off left, I'll end up in Enfield. And according to my bike app map, if I carried on for 6 months, I'd end up in Whitby, which I'm sure would be very nice. But today, I'm hoping to end up in Walthamstow. So here we are, if we turn right here. This will take us along to Coppermill Lane. Now I was wondering why it was called Coppermill Lane. I looked it up last night and apparently there's been a mill here since the 14th century. Originally it was used to mill corn, and then later on in 1670 it was used to produce gunpowder. 1690 it was turned into a paper mill, and then later on it was used as a leather mill. But then in 1808 the British Copper Company bought the mill and they started using it to produce halfpenny and penny tokens made from copper, which was brought along from Wales along the Thames and the River Lee up to here.
And now the mill is owned by Thames Water.
Here we are in Walthamstow, and just in front of us that's Walthamstow Market, still the longest market in England. I'm just taking a little bit of a detour here because this is the area in which I grew up. This place on the left, Walthamstow Cycles, that used to be a pub. And just here on the left, wow, they're building all of these flats. So let's just stop and have a look here. So where these flats are now used to be a car park, and I remember it well because it was in that car park that I first learnt to ride a push bike without any stabilisers. I can still remember the feeling, I can still remember the colour of the bike. It was a blue bike, and that car park was our playground. Along the back, running parallel with the railway lines, there was a road called Brunner Road, and I was born at number 18. So I lived there until I was about 4 years old. I had some good times there. Now it's a huge development of flats. Now this should take us back up to Forest Road, and I'll rejoin the cycle path there. So I could carry on straight here, but what I'm going to do is just turn left here and go through Lloyd's Park. Much nicer. And this house here is where William Morris used to live. He lived here between 1834 and 1896 according to that plaque. Also Edward Lloyd, who the park's named after.
You smile.
There's quite a nice path. There's quite a big lake here on the left. There used to be a theatre in the middle. But they've knocked that down now and they've opened it up. You can walk straight the way through across the island. Over here on the right, that's where they do Tai Chi. That's where my mother does her Tai Chi, 86 years old. Just over here, that's St George Monarch School. That was one of my schools. That was my last school. And on the left here, there used to be two schools there. I went to both of those schools. And just here on the right is another school, an infant school, and that was my second school. And that just about brings me home.